talking to. Let's get on down to imagination. You are me and I am you. We're super familiar. Super familiar. I wanna be super familiar. Don't be a stranger.
Welcome to Super Familiar with the Wilsons. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Josh. And Amanda, why, as we're sitting here outside, we're actually recording outside, why are you haranguing me, accosting me about my eyebrows?
Because they've decided to become sentient and they're leaving your face. And there's one standing straight up that I just needed. My God, you could just keep angering it. I didn't think it could get any further up your... No, it's just sticking straight out. Come here.
No.
No, I can't do this podcast with you until that is laying down.
Okay, we are the podcast about marriage 2.0 with kids.
And Josh's eyebrows.
And all the side quests.
No,
don't touch me.
I can't.
What are you going to, put some spit on your thumb and then rub it on my face?
No, can I please?
My God.
Come here.
Ow.
I didn't get it.
Ow. Stop. All right. Now, there's people on the other end of this, supposedly. Hello, folks.
Hi, everybody.
So we're sitting out here because it is one of the 3 lovely days in northern Florida where we can sit out in the morning without worrying about a torrential thunderstorm or baking heat. And so we decided to come out here. But what this does mean is I'm probably not going to do a lot of editing of this sound because we've got all sorts of sounds happening around us. Although I just realized the birds... Oh, there's one. Okay, I was going to say the birds stop tweeting when I talk. The birds are going. At some point, the air conditioning unit is probably going to pop on over there. And so who knows what's... And we have neighbors walking around. Some people going to church. Some people total heathens, running around with no clothes on, with their hair on fire. So this will be an interesting episode.
No, it's cute. The mom's taking pictures of the grandma and the grandbaby.
Okay, but you can't talk quietly because you're afraid that they're going to hear you or else we can't do this podcast.
Okay, all right.
So we had soccer yesterday. Winthrop had an experience with soccer. It was fraught. It was so stressful. Okay, so let me tell you all the things that really don't have to do with our stress. It was hot, and Winthrop's team lost 8-2 or 8-1 or something like that.
But technically they won.
Well, see, but here's the stress then. Yeah. Let's tell this story. Now, the reason why we tell these stories, twofold. We tell these stories because maybe, it's doubtful, but maybe we can find the humor in them. But also maybe you parents out there who have kids who go to soccer can relate to some of our pain.
Yeah, I don't know. What just flew over my head? All I saw was this giant shadow.
Okay, it's probably just a moth. Should we go inside? What's happening?
No, it was like a vulture, dude. You didn't see that?
Okay. So first things first, Amanda and I got into an argument before we even got into the car.
Oh, no. You got into an argument.
No, it takes 2 to argue.
I just got annoyed by you. Anyway, okay, fine. So it's this field. Winthrop has practice before soccer, so it's at 1:15 and it's already 90-something degrees and there's no cloud cover. So I had told, this was on me, the coaches last week that we would bring Josh's tent. Josh has an art tent.
It's at a 10x10 pop-up tent.
So that the kids could be under it because last week they were dropping like flies from heat exhaustion. So, but then we realized we moved Muffy out of the dorm on Friday and we used the wagon that we would normally put the tent in to pull it to the field. I had taken it back to work because there was no place in the car for it when we finally got everything loaded in. And we couldn't get the tent to the field.
No, okay. Let's go ahead and let me tell you what actually happened.
Oh, okay. Yes, please do.
So I was a little whatever, fine. We'll take this big ass heavy tent over there because it's no small thing. So I grab it, I throw it on my shoulder to take it out to the car, and I realize that we don't have this wagon to take it from the parking lot all the way over to field number 1, which was the furthest field. And so I was weighing whether I should bring this tent, whether I should put the effort towards getting the tent. And so Amanda proceeds to talk me out of bringing the tent. Oh, the clouds, it's fine, it's cloud cover. It's cooler now. I'm like, okay, I won't bring the tent. Is that not what happened, Amanda Wilson?
Go ahead and tell your little story.
Wait, but no, that is what happened.
That is what happened.
Okay, thank you. So we get there. Any clouds that apparently existed on the planet Earth evaporated. It is a crystal clear blue sky and very, very hot. And so I'm annoyed because I should have brought the tent.
Yeah, but you neglected to say that also you said to me, I don't have the things to stake it down. So if it gets windy, it's going to blow over. You kept coming up with reasons why it would not be successful to bring the tent. So my compromise is we have a pop-up beach tent that can fit 3 children in it.
Three
so
very small, 3 zygotes can fit in this tent.
You and I fully could lay down in this tent, but whatever. And I said, we'll bring it. And then I will explain to the coaches why we didn't bring the other thing, which I did. But then you just proceeded to be so annoyed and mad that you didn't have the tent. And then my point to you was, you have autonomy. Yes, I tried to talk you out of the tent, but you agreed to it. So don't be here being mad that you didn't bring the tent because you agreed to not bring the tent.
But
then I offered 7 times to go get the tent.
But then I immediately felt better about it because we set your little pop-up tent and it proceeded to to do an impression of a very effective kite. That thing
with me in it
tried to take off several times. So I ended up just kind of for a while standing on the back of the tent.
I was
outside.
annoyed by that too.
Why?
Because I was like, "What? You're just gonna stand there the rest of the game?"
Well, I didn't know just until
I calmed down.
Yeah, exactly the point. So that's how we started this whole adventure. We're grousing at each other. So it's whatever. It's what we do. It's fine. It's all in love, and
we're fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. Laughing right throughout. Well, not during one particular, but laughing afterwards.
That's most of the part of it.
So. Game starts, the opposing team... Oh, no, the game doesn't start yet. Practice starts. The opposing team, I notice, only has 4 players, and they can't play with 4 players. And so what's been done in the past is that the other team will lend the team that's short some players. So I assumed that was going to happen. But then I look across at the other sideline, and this one father, long-haired father, looked like... I don't know if he... I don't know what he looked like. He looked definitely like he worked at a country gas station.
I felt like he looked like he was lost from a Kid Rock concert.
Okay, well, that Venn diagram is probably a circle. And he was getting really angry at the opposing coach, but I couldn't hear everything. But what I could hear coming across the field was, it's about the children. It's too hot. I'm leaving. And he had a kid in a stroller, and he's pushing this kid away in a stroller. Meanwhile, his kid dressed up in the soccer kit is clearly upset that his dad is doing this to them. Mm-hmm, he's embarrassed. He's uncomfortable. He's crying. The dad is storming off. They spend several minutes, the coach, the dad, and then the
referee went over,
the referee, who I think was also kind of in charge.
Yeah. And then the lady who organizes everything.
They were all talking. And of course, this poor kid, man, this dad is making such an ass of himself. And so he goes and he walks halfway out, and then people are talking, blah, 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 blah. Such a hassle. And puts the game start off 10, 15 minutes. And my biggest annoyance...
I could have gone and gotten the tent.
Yeah. Well, my biggest annoyance is that I didn't want to get too close to the father, but I also really wanted to know what was being said. So I was kind of inching over that way.
And I kept saying, go listen, because I was not going to leave my beach tent because I would fly away. And so I did notice you start to walk over there, and I got really happy about that.
Well, I couldn't really hear, though, because then it was hushed tones. So finally, our team lends their team a player. Bada bing, bada boom, we're off. And
hold on. The reason the dad was upset was because they were going to have to forfeit the game. So then he was like, they've already lost. Why are we going to stay here and play? That's basically what I gathered he was upset about.
I didn't get to that at all. Okay, well, that's good. So, yeah, we wanted to play the game because our kids were there. I don't freaking actually care about the score. This isn't league play.
They keep standings in this league, though. They didn't do it in the one he used to be in.
Right, but there's no relegation. I mean, we're okay. We'll be fine no matter what happens this morning. As long as we get our kid to run up and down the field for a while, I'm happy as Larry. Honestly, I don't care. So the game in the standings was forfeit, but we played anyway, and we gave them our best player, and then that little team proceeded
dominated.
to absolutely spank us
Our
hard.
player scored every goal for them.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's
They
right.
asked Winthrop to go in for the other team, and he just flat out said no.
No, he said no. He didn't want to do it. But herein lies the real drama of the morning.
Yeah.
Apparently, Winthrop has never, ever been injured at all playing any of these games.
Never mind, this is his third soccer season.
This is his third season.
And he plays for 2 or 3 hours every day at school and has had his glasses broken by running into people playing flag football. So I don't know what to say about this.
So he gets kicked in the shin. And yes, that can hurt. I'll give him that. Of course, I'm not a monster.
He's
here.
got a nasty bruise.
Yeah, he well, it's not as nasty as the reaction though. I'm
That's
just putting
true.
that. So he limps over, right? And he is so just shocked that anyone would dare hurt him this
kicked
much.
Well, and it's funny because I actually, as he was walking toward us, I was like, okay, he's gonna walk it off. Like, I can see this. He's gonna walk it off. Because I do think that he was kicked last season at one point,
Yeah.
but walked it off.
Sure.
And I was like, all right, he's going to walk it off. But then it was like he looked at me and then he was done because it's like, my mom is here. I'm going to like go for all the sympathy. So I was getting annoyed because I don't think his reaction is the same as it would have been had you and I not have been there. And it was not my finest parenting moment. I was really frustrated with him because yes, it hurts, but also at some point in time, you got to learn to walk things like, So here's what I struggle with.
Wait. Before you get into the existential part of this, do you want to express exactly what your reaction to him was, or you want to leave that
I said
alone?
that he needed to toughen up. But I didn't say it to him. I said it to Josh. And I said we needed to let him go sit by his coaches or tell him to go sit by his coaches because he would not be as non-compliant with them.
It's not the word.
I'm not going to say what I said because you already made me tell Muffy what I said. And she was like, don't say that. So I'm not going to say it because at some point in time.
Let me tell you here that I saw a side of Amanda in our long relationship that I have never seen before.
It's perimenopause. I'm telling you.
And that is the suck it up kid mom.
Because I'm not. Usually I'm like, I try to protect my children from all the pain. And I realize this is not doing them any services. But you and I had very difficult childhoods for very different reasons. But I just was made to have to deal. And not because my mom was unkind or cruel. Like your dad was cruel. My mom was not unkind or cruel, but my mom, suffered the death of a child when I was very young. My brother died. And she lost her ability to function in ways that could manage the rest of us for a while. And that's totally understandable. But it was, I was just made to deal with grief and all of these things on my own.
Right.
And to figure it out and be okay. Right. Like I thought about plenty of times in high school when I was having a really horrible time, but there was nobody there to talk to about it. So I just had to get over it. Whereas, when Muffy had a really bad time in school, it was processing, helping, therapy, all the things. And I would think like, how did I just dealt with it because I had to. And that's not healthy either, right? But at some point, life is just gonna life. And there's a balance of we have to learn to be okay or we have to cope, I guess is the word I'm looking. I don't know how to do. So I am the soft mom.
thing.
Hold on. I am the soft mom.
Geez, there it is again.
Hold on.
Damn.
My husband told me, by the way, that I can't use perimenopause as the reason why I get upset. I just want every woman in my age bracket to know that. And when I told him that was unfair, he said, well, he has allergies and his allergies are not an excuse for him to be grumpy at me, to which I had a lot of words about how the allergies don't affect his hormones. And this is like not something I'm choosing. This is something that's happening upon me. But anyway, everybody who's my age, write in and talk to Josh.
See, it also affects your sense of humor because clearly I was teasing you.
Wait, you're not new. Like this has been going on for a year. You should know. Anyway, I yesterday flipped the switch
long
from
nightmare continues.
I wish people could see me hard rolling my eyes right now. The point is, yesterday my like, let's talk it out and process your feelings, Mom, flipped a switch. And I was just like, you got to suck it up and you got to deal with it because I'm getting really tired of it. And you wouldn't respond this way if it wasn't, me sitting here. And I was no longer happy.
That's right. I mean, I was getting frustrated too. The bottom line is that we told him, go stand next to your coach. Don't sit here. Go stand. We sent him away from the camp. From the safety of the tribe.
To be clear, you checked his leg. Like you were actually being very much more gentle than I was. I was just not like making eye contact.
Well, here's the thing though. This is the thing that I think that we both realized. Like in our relationship, we can't both be a thing. Like if one of us is a thing, then the other one needs to recognize that shit and be the opposite thing, or else the fucking canoe is going to tip over. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Anyway, so he, to his credit, he went over, he sucked it up, he went back in the game, and he was okay. But in the meantime, it was, you don't understand, it's nothing. No one has ever hurt as badly as this hurts right now.
No one has ever felt this much pain.
No one has ever felt this much pain. And the thing is, he doesn't really want to play soccer. He like acquiesces and plays it because we know that he knows that we have a requirement for you've got to do some sort of physical activity that's organized. And so he does it, but it's not like his favorite thing in the world. He really wants to be a ninja. And I don't mean that in like a like whatever we call ninja spies. That's not what I mean. He wants to be an American Ninja Warrior. So we got him watching the shows last season's through this past month or so. And Josh has a friend who was a ninja warrior, a pretty famous ninja warrior for several seasons. And Winthrop just totally like latched onto this and was like, and he has always liked to flip and be upside down. And so there is a gymnastics gym here that does ninja classes. He knows he's got to wait until soccer is over for us to try out one of those classes. But yesterday when he was going on about all the pain, I was like, buddy, this is part of sport. Everybody gets hurt in sport at some point in time. And he said, no. I said, yes, even ninjas. No, not ninjas, not like this. Meanwhile, we've watched all the backstories about all the femurs and ankles and shoulders that have been, had to like be like bio rebuilt for all of these ninjas. But he was just not hearing it from me yesterday.
There's a concept that you and I have talked about before, which is it's our job as parents to create resilience. And one of the ways that we do that is we put our children in situations where they are uncomfortable but safe.
Yes.
And even if they don't think so,
yes,
still at the end of the day they are safe.
Yes.
And we could do a better job of that with all the kids.
With all of them. Yep. You're right.
And the dog.
I think I decided the dog.
I don't know, just putting that in. Keep
just
going.
Put him out in the neighborhood with the Dotsons.
Yep.
I know. I decided my flip switched yesterday, and I'm done.
Your flip switched. Very good.
I'm no longer willing to be the soft landing place.
Well, that's not true. You will always be the soft landing.
I know. It's fine. But anyway.
Listen, this is the world in which our kid is growing up, though.
Yes.
He is growing up in a world where as we're driving down the interstate to get to soccer, we saw a person who decided that their entire worldview needed to be encapsulated in 6 characters on their license plate, right? So we see this big white truck, which is a statement in and of itself. And it had on the back, it had the Don't Tread on Me Florida license plate. Now, for those of you not familiar with the Don't Tread on Me license plate, it's the picture of the snake that's cut into segments, and it's from the Revolutionary War days, and it's supposed to depict independence and American patriotism. It has been appropriated by certain groups so that it is their rallying cry, "Don't tread on me." Now, granted, I don't know how many meals this person has missed, and it doesn't look like they've missed any payments on their giant-ass white truck, so I'm not quite certain how much they're suffering, but the cherry on top of the cake of this whole picture is that on this Don't Tread on Me license plate are the letters WYTEE. Yes, that's right, Whitey.
It was the most obnoxious thing.
Whitey, saying the quiet part way out loud so that no one can miss.
Those were his inside words, and they needed to not be on the outside. Anyway, I don't want him to be on the inside either. But okay, no, that's horrible. The world is horrible. But you don't let me talk about politics, so I'm not gonna.
Well, I mean, we can't make an assumption. Either this person is libertarian, they're way conservative, or they just like snakes and fonts.
I don't know what to tell you. But what I was going to say, I'm taking us back to soccer, right? So soccer was.
Well, I want to get back to this truck situation, but go ahead.
Okay, finish the truck. I don't want to talk about this damn truck. No, go ahead.
No, what? You got nothing to say about that?
No, God, no. It's just bleh. Anyway.
All right, friends, those of you who have opinions on Whitey in his white truck and don't tread on me license plate, shoot me an email at familiarwilsons@gmail.com so we can all hold hands and just sing to the blessed sunshine together how unified and together we are as a people. Now go ahead about soccer or whatever.
As we were leaving after the game, Winthrop's walking along and he said, "What is that?" And he pointed to a hurdle because the soccer fields were in the middle of a track at a high school.
Yes.
Right? I said, well, they run track here. You know how you saw people at the Olympics doing the hurdles? And he looked at me and he said, "But that's metal." And
What?
I said, "Yes." And he said, "But that must hurt if you fall." I said, "Yeah, you've seen people fall." And he said, "I thought they were made out of foam." So he was just getting his world just absolutely rocked yesterday when it comes to injury in sport.
He's got to keep doing it, though. He's got to toughen up, like you said. He's got to do it. We're doing him a disservice if we just cover him in pillows all the way around and then stick him in a hamster ball and roll him out.
But
Not
what
gonna
is
work out.
what is the line between doing him a disservice because he needs to develop some resiliency and then creating a sense of toxic? Why can't I say that word?
Toxicity?
Toxic masculinity.
Oh, we weren't. First of all, it was coming from you, so it wasn't toxic. It was toxic feminine, if anything. But it's one of those things we will learn as we go with him, just like, learning with Muffy as well and how we learned with the other kids. But I think that for this one, we play the results. I don't think that he was damaged emotionally in any sort of way. And he got back in the game, and he did fine in the game. Yeah. He didn't keep looking furtively over to the sideline, "Please let me out," like he's in the prison yard during visitor day. No, he shook it off. He got in the game, and he played the game willingly, and he ran around. Now, he's a little gun shy. He was that.
Yeah,
he was kind of turning away from people as they're getting close to him with the ball. But, I mean, it's a step. And so I don't think we did any lasting damage. And will he remember this the next time that this happens, that, miraculously he healed? I don't know if he'll remember it, but if we keep doing it consistently, maybe he'll get the point like, oh, I didn't die. They didn't have to saw my leg off like they would in a Civil War. We're all right, and then move on.
And you had a good parenting moment.
Wait, hang on. Now, those sirens, if you can hear them, they are not coming to collect us for being bad parents. We live near an ER, so let's just let those go by.
It's the Doppler effect in action.
I wonder if the people can even hear this through the microphone. Will I have to dub in sirens?
You might have to dub in sirens. And
also wonder,
and bird noises.
I wonder if they've heard the AC unit kick on and
I've
off.
not noticed it kick on and
It
off.
did before I was
clearly I'm not paying attention to it.
All of this, though, all this distraction, better than the dog.
Yeah, see, that's one of the reasons why we're out here, because Josh has decided that the lizards and the bees and whatever that raptor that flew over my head is less distracting than the dog. Because the dog waits until we're recording to do things to piss Josh off, like intentionally.
He does. All right, I think that the sirens are far enough away, or we're just used to them by now.
I was just going to say that you had a good parenting moment because you did the thing you're supposed to do where when it's not in the moment, later you were talking to him last night and said, "Hey, I want you to know that I noticed, like, this is what you did. You went back in and you realized that you were okay and you were able to walk it off, and your brain believes the things that, your body believes the things your brain tells it," or whatever you said. So it was good. It was good parenting.
Well, also, there was a little girl who was playing goal who, not half the size of Winthrop, but like maybe 3/4 the size of Winthrop. This girl was, she was shaking her hands.
Every single one of those girls are tougher than the boys were acting yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Toughen up and be a woman is what I say.
Yeah,
not toughen up and be
wanted
a
to be
man.
like, get some ovaries.
Yes.
because those girls were playing. Two of the girls, there's 3 girls on the team, and 2 of the girls were playing with injuries and like coming off, but getting right back in. So I know I didn't want to shame him, but at the same time, grow some ovaries. Anyway, I don't know why I'm being nice about this kid, because he absolutely devastated me one night this week. He's having some issues again with, I don't know how to sleep. And so Josh or I are laying with him at night to get him. The thing is, it's his anxiety. His brain won't shut off.
Sure.
And we've had some wildfires, and they've had to cancel outdoor activities at school. So he's had a lot of questions about fires at night, which is understandable.
Right.
I'm laying in there with him, and he says, thank you, Mom. Just out of nowhere, thank you, Mom. And I said, for what, buddy? And he said, just for everything you do for me. Thank you. And I was like, oh, buddy, I love you. And then he said, and I'm sorry. And I said, what are you sorry for? He said, every bad thing I've done. I said, buddy, you are not bad. Like, I don't like it when kids use the word bad. Like, you can make decisions that aren't great. You can make mistakes, whatever. But I don't like the innate I'm good or I'm bad, because we are all neither one of those things. And he said, well, when I fuss, and I said, yeah, I said, you can apologize for that. And so then he's laying there and he's just like loving on me, and he's rubbing my hair. And he said, can you dye your hair? Because he doesn't like it when my roots start to grow out and you can see the gray. And I said, but I did. And he said, well, why can I see some here? And it was underneath where I'd only dye the roots. I don't dye to the back of my head. And I said, oh, whatever. And then he was quiet for a minute and he goes, I love my life. I just don't like that my parents are so old. And I got nothing. And I said, okay. And he said, could you please just be 30 again? And I said, well, I'd like that. You wouldn't be here because I didn't have you. I didn't even have Muffy when I was 30. So he loves us. He just doesn't like that we're old and that his siblings are so much older than him and that he's the only one in elementary school.
Let me tell you that he has never expressed to me that he's upset that I'm old. I've got this gray beard here. So it's the fact that you are, whatever. Me.
He said parents. He didn't say I don't. He said parents.
Never has he expressed
Plural.
this to me. I mean, I think he's just as happy to continue on with you and trade me in for a newer model or
it's like,
whatever.
We can get mom some hair dye and then a new dad.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, good. Maybe Whitey's available.
Very good. Do you suffer from having absolutely no idea how to exist around other human beings? Do you find yourself saying things like, I'm not racist, but, and then immediately proving that you are? Then you need this new product, Racist No More, the fast-acting, slow-learning solution for people who thought history class was optional. Spoiler, it wasn't. With Racist No More, you'll experience breakthrough features like thinking before speaking, listening to other people, and our patented, maybe it was me the whole time technology. Just one dose and you'll go from I can't say anything anymore to, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Clinical studies show that 9 out of 10 participants improved dramatically, and the 10th started a podcast. Please note, side effects may include sudden awareness, occasional embarrassment about things you tweeted in 2004, and the uncomfortable urge to delete old Facebook posts. Ask your doctor if Racist No More is right for you. But then ask yourself, why did you need to ask your doctor? Racist No More, because the bar is set so low, yet here we are.
Super familiar with get it.
Amanda, I can't tell you how many times parenting feels like a sociological experiment that I haven't signed the consent forms for.
Just you signed some sort of consent when you were 9 months before he was born.
I mean, no, you
apparently I consented.
You consented, yes. And I was just like, oh, this is fun.
Anyway, go ahead. What?
Let's just do this thing that feels great and has no consequences.
Good. Yes. Can you hear the wind chimes?
Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, so anyway, the recorder has entered our lives.
Hi.
And when I say recorder, I don't mean a producer to handle the editing portion of the podcast. I mean this damn instrument that came home from school with Winthrop. And it is, without a doubt, the most obnoxious. The only thing worse is that if he would have come home with bagpipes,
Oh gosh,
which
yes.
we are not in that culture, thank God. But I feel like this is like the tadpole version of bagpipe, this recorder.
But see, the thing is, I remember 40-something years ago bringing the damn recorder home. Like, it's been a thing in American culture for third grade forever.
Yes, so at some point, like, someone decided in the music curriculum that this needs to be mandated. So now Winthrop comes home with this damn annoying government flute that he has.
Oh, I paid for it too.
Yeah. But it is an audio disturbance, this.
Yeah, but he doesn't practice it. And so I feel like, should we be forcing him to practice it, or should we just be trying to get through?
Is he going to be tested on it?
I don't know.
Okay, we need to find these things out because so far, like, he's played it once, right? Or
Yeah,
like
no,
twice.
no.
I mean, it's basically at this point single-use plastic.
I'm really glad I
And
paid
useless.
$27 for it.
Yep, absolutely. So why do they do that?
Well, they didn't force me to buy it. They have ones that they can use at school, and then you can buy one for home in the music book so they can practice. And I
Right.
started to feel like, well, he's going to be, not feel prepared if we don't have one for him to practice at home. Then it came home and no one wanted him to practice it. In fact, Muffy woke up from a nap yelling, make it stop. And I said, your brother's practicing his recorder. And she said, can he practice it outside? And I said, do not think the neighbors will appreciate that. So it's only happened once, and now I don't know if he's going to be tested or what. Other countries, people in the UK, we talked to the plants about this, and they seem to understand the recorder and how horrible it was. Do you
Okay,
have
so not just
recorders
us.
there? Is this a thing that your school, is it compulsory? Do they make you play this thing?
All I know is that in this county they have banned plastic straws,
Is it a paper recorder? You want a paper recorder?
but plastic straws get used more than these recorders. And then is there a landfill somewhere that every time like a stiff breeze goes by, there's just this horrible, horrible noise from all of these unused recorders? Or do they just take them, melt them down, and make more recorders?
Make more recorders, yeah.
It's just ridiculous. It is probably one of the most useless aspects of American education, and that is saying a whole hell of a
That's
lot.
saying a lot.
It's feeding this false narrative that everyone is able to create and everyone can be an artist and everyone is a musician. Clearly, the recorder wrecks that theory.
Oh,
right
it wrecked
out.
it for me. I did not pass recorder or whatever in third grade.
So, listeners out there, would you like to win a slightly used recorder?
It's only been used once.
Email us at familiarwilsons@gmail.com. There's not even any sort of contest. Just email us with your
Your
details.
shipping address, please.
We will pay shipping. We will throw $5 in if you take this recorder, and I don't want to know what you've done with it. Just do whatever it is. Get rid
Take
of
the
it.
recorder away.
What time is it? Game time! Woo!
All right, that music means it is game time. That is my favorite song by AJCW, our middleist son. You can go check him out on any of his thingy things. Where is he?
He's on the streaming services,
On the streaming
Apple,
streamings.
Spotify,
Maybe Substack,
AJCW.
who knows?
I don't know. What is Substack?
I don't know. I just know that the bloggers I listen to say, like, subscribe to my Substack. I don't even really know what
So
it
it's
is.
like, it's just a blog then.
I guess.
Okay, very good.
Okay. So typically when I'm giving Josh a quiz, it's the New York Times flashback quiz where he has to put things from history on a timeline. But this week I got my New York Times like daily email said something about British insults. So I did some
Okay.
investigation.
Okay.
And the conceit behind this quiz is, can you tell real British insults from fakes in this quiz?
Okay, who generated this quiz?
The New York Times.
Americans then.
Okay.
No,
Well,
I'm just saying for our many listeners in the UK, you got to write us and let us know if this is even legit or if someone chat GPT this nonsense.
No, let me give you the background behind it. So it says British researchers are counting the ways, asking people around the country to send them swear words and insults that might be little known to outsiders. So this is a British research project
Okay.
that the New York Times has turned into a quiz.
Okay.
Chris Montgomery, a senior lecturer at the University of Sheffield, says we're really interested in those words that only make sense if you're from a particular place. He's leading the endeavor along with Modern Toss and Arts Group.
What I'm to understand then is that are these like very regional? So in other words, someone from like the northeast of England would have heard of it, but someone like in London wouldn't have heard of it?
Well,
is that how specific it is?
That's what it sounds like, but I knew the first one. But
right, go
maybe
ahead.
it's because it's London. Okay, but anyway, the point is Dr. Montgomery says it's to preserve the diversity of curse words being used around Britain,
Okay.
particularly if they're obscure. It's
Well,
a real
hopefully
window.
I can like fold some of these into my vocab. Yesterday I had an interesting experience where I was not yesterday, but this week where I was mocked relentlessly by the big boss at our company because I was telling her about a person sitting over there who had a jumper on, and she was like, "A jumper," and she started to laugh, and because the person had a sweater on.
Yes.
But she thought that jumper meant romper
Oh, yes.
or jumpsuit.
No, yes.
I'm like, no, a jumper. And she didn't believe me.
And then she thought you were being pretentious.
And no, she didn't think that because she just thought I was an idiot. She went around telling other, hey, guess what Josh called that? It's what it was is I wasn't being pretentious. I couldn't think of the word sweater for a second.
Yeah.
I lost that word.
It's because you're an Anglophile. You live in your head in the UK.
But what I'm telling you is that more and more I'm losing words.
Oh, yeah.
right?
No, same.
And so I take the first line that's presented to
Okay.
me. I grab it. I'm like, that'll work. That's good. And sometimes it's a foreign line. What
Then
can I
maybe don't use these insults with the big boss at
say?
work.
No, I might. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's
No,
eight of these
I
questions.
think she's great. Let me put that out there. I think she's great. Okay. I don't want anyone from work listening to. I thought it was funny that she was making fun of me. Kind of. I mean, I had some resilience and I didn't
Okay.
report it
Good
to
job.
HR.
You sucked it up.
I sucked it up.
All right. All right. So there are 8 of these, right? And they're going to be multiple. I'm going to give you a sentence stem, and you're going to need to fill in the blank, but there are 4 choices.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead. This
So
sounds way too complicated.
see if you
I don't
can.
know what sentence stem means. Go ahead.
A sentence stem sounds like a question, but there's a fill in the blank part. Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
here's
say
the
fill in
first
the
one.
blank.
See if you can spot the real British insult.
Is sentence stem also an insult in Britain? You're such a sentence stem.
No, thank you. It's my.
You know, I've often thought that Dan Belson's is such
He's
a
a sentence stem. Okay. In London, you might despair of your brother Rodney being a blank.
Tool.
Getterhead, spotted dick, whip ma wop ma gate, or plonker.
Plonker.
Well, yeah.
But does it give you the
It does.
definition
It says
of plonker?
correct. The term has been heard all around the country, but was especially popularized by the 1980s sitcom Only Fools and Horses. The show followed the misadventures of 2 brothers pictured above. Oh, hey, they're there in South London. Okay, good.
Wait a second. But that sentence offered no context to what the insult was, except unless, of course, all Rodneys are plonkers.
Okay, well, I mean, no, at some context clues, you don't want your brother to be called that. So it's
Jeez.
bad.
All right, brilliant.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
gonna do so
Number
well on
2.
this. Go ahead.
I've had it up to here with this insufferable blank. Here are your
Arsehole.
choices. Gafter, Wazzock, Welk, or Bellsprout.
Bellsprout's pretty good. I like that. We're gonna say Bellsprout.
Incorrect. It's Wazzock, which you might use to describe a foolish or annoying person if you live in or around Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
A Bellsprout is a type of Pokemon.
Oh, okay. But also sounds like someone who's a real dickhead. But go ahead.
All right. Mr. Stewart is the village's worst blank. Clipe, Crumpet, Spoony Bard, or Wattle Snipe.
Okay, so we've heard the word clipe before from John Watson,
Oh, yeah?
our friend in Scotland, but I don't remember what it means. So we're going to say clipe.
Correct.
All right.
Clipe is a Scottish word for a snitch, informer, or a tattletale.
Oh, a grass. So Wilson was a clipe then a couple weeks ago.
Winthrop. Wilson's the dog.
Yeah, that's right. Winthrop, our son. Never mind.
It can also be used as a verb to clipe.
To grass, to snitch.
Okay. Your cousin was talking absolute blank in the pub last night.
Bollocks.
Okay. Your choices are bobbins, crumblebore, splink, or gloin.
We're going to say bobbins.
Correct. Bobbins is a slang term used in Manchester to mean rubbish or nonsense.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Okay, there you go. Good. All right. A family member is proving extremely frustrating to deal with. If you're in Northern Ireland, you might describe that person as a blank. Crofter, quillwit, Whippet cracker, or melter?
No idea. We're going to say the first one.
Crofter?
Sure.
Incorrect. It's melter.
Melter.
Crofter is a Scottish word for a small-scale farmer, but it is not pejorative.
Hmm.
So melter is extremely annoying. All right, 3 more. Bampot can describe a person whose actions are blank. Cruel, arrogant, eccentric, or short-tempered.
It sounds eccentric to me.
Correct. Bampot in Scotland or barmpot in some parts of northern England is a mild insult. All right. Cheer up, no need to be a blank. Marty Git, blunderbuss, Cumberbatch, or mogwipe.
We're going to say Marty.
Marty Git?
Yep.
Correct. Look at you. Git, which can be used both affectionately or as a mild insult, is commonly used to describe someone as silly or foolish. But in the East Midlands and in Manchester, a Marty Git is more specifically a person who is sulky or moody. Winthrop is a Marty Git sometimes, especially when he's in soccer. All right, last one. Ready?
Go ahead.
An idiotic person from the city of Portsmouth. Is it Portsmouth? Portsmouth.
Keep going.
It's spelled like
It's
Portsmouth,
not part of the
but
test.
it's Portsmouth.
Go ahead.
Okay. An idiotic person from the city of Portsmouth risks being called a blank. Dinlow, Sourlog, Gaffer, or Rampling.
We're going to go for the first one.
Dinlow. Correct. This lighthearted slang term is popular in southern England, including Portsmouth. Its origins have been linked to a Romani word, dinelo, which has a similar meaning. All right, so 6 out of 8.
Yeah, right.
You got the correct definition for almost all of these British insults and can start trying them out.
Well, good. I'm going to try them out on all the Bellsprouts I know.
So, but that's just a Pokemon.
Yeah.
So which one are you going to take away?
Bellsprout. That's the one I'm taking
You're
away.
taking away the non-British insult.
Well, yeah, but it could be. It could be. It's inspired by. Bellsprout is great. I love it.
Speaking of inspired by,
Go ahead.
let's talk about our new project that I sang a song about last week. And now it's coming to fruition, folks.
Oh, yes. We are making a British pub themed room in our house. We have purchased the paint, and we spent way too much time picking paint, I feel like, because the conceit of this room is supposed to be dimly lit, and we're going to be drunk. So I'm not quite certain. We have a big bureau that I'm going to turn into a bar with a brass foot rest and cool stuff like a pub mirror behind it with cabinets for wine and all that stuff. A couple of bar stools, a couple of chairs, a little table, and then a dartboard.
Yes.
So we now, if you were paying attention at all to this podcast, you'll know that a couple weeks ago to a month ago, Amanda got really, really excited about painting these damn little houses that she would.
Yeah.
She'd buy these little wooden houses, and she's like, "That's it. This is my thing. I now paint houses. I'm a house paper. Maybe I can sell them on Etsy. This will be my hobby. This will be the thing."
Yeah.
Well, that lasted a little bit longer than the recorder did here in the house, and now
Hyperfixation, unlocked and then locked to go away again.
That's right. Whatever you just said. But I am really invested in doing this in the other room. So we will do it. And I will tell you that when we finish, or I take that back because it's going to be a labor of love for a while. But when we get it to a point where we're going to open it as a bar, even if it's not quote unquote done, all of you are invited.
Yes, come to our British pub.
And we got to think of a
room.
name. That's the thing we can do. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah, let's host a contest.
We will send you a slightly used recorder. If you help us come up with what the name of this pub will be.
And then you can design a logo, and then we can get shirts printed, and then people can purchase them on our Patreon.
Oh, Jesus.
Do we have a Patreon?
I don't know. I think I got rid of it. But no, tiny wooden house woman. We're not committing ourselves to shirts. Let's just do this British pub thing that we have to do because we painted a big splotch of green on the wall.
That's the thing is like we are in because Josh painted like a 3 foot by 3 foot green square on the office wall. So we're in now.
So more to come on that.
No one likes to be told what to do.
Now is the time in the program where we tell you what to do. Josh, what should the people do?
Go the hell outside. We're
Yeah.
sitting here outside. My hope is that all the sounds in the background weren't distracting to you. They were lovely and evocative of just a beautiful, plush outdoor paradise, because that's what we're setting in. But go outside. It is lovely and it is worth it, and it helps you. It helps you emotionally and physically. Go outside.
I've noticed since we've been sitting here, I've tons of pollinators on the jasmine. So that's been nice because I'm like actually just sitting here, not looking at my phone and talking to you and noticing all of the little pollinators that are out and about.
Yeah. In other words, good that you put your phone down. Still, I don't get your 100% attention. Got it.
But it was a bumblebee.
FamiliarWilsons@gmail.com. Go ahead and email us. All right, Amanda, that's all there is. There is no more. What'd you think of that mess?
I liked being outside.
Yeah, no, it was very, very good. And maybe we should keep doing it. We're going to hear from our listeners. Did the background noises annoy you, or did you just not notice them?
I was going to say, or could you just not hear them? That would be sad. Although you're a very happy podcasting boy because the dog has not been here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take wasps and bees to the dog. I also will take these following people because we love them and they really, really add just that little special something to our lives as podcasters. So thank you to Justin, Matt, Antonio, Josh Scar, Daniel J. Buckets, Chicken Tom, rest in peace, Monique from Germany, Leo, Joey, Ryan Baker, Refine Gay Jeff, and Kate and Tony, Mark and Rachel, and Dan and Gavin.
Thanks, friends.
Thank you also to Ricky Kendall for our intro music.
I love that song so much.
We've been hearing that. To Chris Barron for our super familiar music, and for AJCW, Andrew Wilson for the song you're listening to in the background right now. Thank all of you. So until next week, y'all, wish us luck. We have a couple more weeks of soccer to go. Hopefully we survive until then, and then of course we will enter Winthrop into American Ninja Warrior.
Yes. Tonight, you won't hear this today, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say we have Poetry at the Bull, and Winthrop wrote you a very lovely poem for your birthday. He wrote you a haiku. I didn't even ask him to. This was a thing that he did, and so I'm going to send it to you, and I would like for you to put it out on the socials so that people can see what a kind and loving child he is, and what a great father you are.
Look for us on Instagram. That's basically where we do stuff. I don't bother with many other of these social networks because who has the time? Please, I don't do this often, but go ahead and smash the like button in your podcast app of choice, and then spread the word about the Wilsons. Let people know we exist because we want to, eventually take over the entire podcasting world.
Or we just want to make connection with all of you people like our new intro song talks about. Let's continue the conversation.
Okay, but with lots of people, and then the money pours in.
Okay. I would just like the conversation.
All right.
Listen, go be kind.
Bye.
Bye.